Hi, this is Anna Imagination with Subconscious Dialogues. I have been philosophizing all morning. So I am a healer. I hate that word. I hate that word. There is a belief that people heal from other people, that there are people who can administer healing. Doctors do that. Mental illness does not. Mental health does not. It's actually self healing, which means if you decide to do a healing journey, you're going to need tools and equipment and skills to do your own healing because no one can step in and do it for you. No one is coming. You're on your own. You can have a support group, you can have a community, you can have a cheerleader in the back going, go, 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 you got this, but that's about it. You can have a compass, you can have a map. You got to do the work on your own. You are 100% on your own. It is the hardest part of healing to accept that you've got this all on your own. And that as you heal, you're going to lose people. That really fucking sucks. And then as you heal more, you start to realize how alone you are. We are afraid of ourselves. That is the ultimate fear. We are afraid of the unknown and we are afraid of ourselves. And because we do not know who we are ultimately afraid of ourselves. Ironically, you need to get to know yourself. You need to get to know yourself so well that you have defined yourself. You have to turn yourself from being an unknown into a known. And in order to do that, you have to be alone. But that is so scary, and there are so much lies and masks and face and dishonesty out there that no one's telling you the truth. That does not fly with me. I am a truth seeker. I have been a truth seeker all of my life. And that's really bottom line what I am. I am a truth seeker. Somebody told me that today. And I went, oh, that's my first name. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've been called that. I want the truth. I don't care if it hurts me. I want the truth. I wrote those words when I was 12 years old. And it is the entire pinnacle of my life. When you are a truth seeker, masks don't work. Lies don't work. I've been talking to this person for the last, 2 weeks now. And I spoke to him really deeply over the last 24 hours. And it was the first time in a very long time I used the words, I want to get to know you. And then I analyzed why I said that to him. And I told him, I said, I never want to get to know anybody. The reason why is because people lie. People bullshit themselves. And I can tell when they're bullshitting. There's an energy, and then there's the words they say out of their mouths. And their energy almost never matches the words out of their mouth. So I don't have any interest in hearing anything more of what they have to say because their energy tells me more than what any of their words will say. So if I ask them questions, I'm going to get bullshit. I have one rule for people in my life. You got to be honest. Your words have to match your energy. Almost no one can pass this test. So I have no one in my life except one person. This is a second person where I can feel it. I can feel it from him. And I told him that. I said, you are the first person whose energy is actually matching the words that it's coming out of your mouth. Now I want to talk to you. And it was this massive eye-opening of, oh, that's what it is with me. I'm attracted to energy. I'm attracted to authenticity. And I'm attracted to truth. And with a world filled with liars and mask wearers, that's really hard to find. So, as somebody who has the background in philosophy, psychology, sociology, and all the crap that I know, instead of just doing my healing privately and leaving you all in the dark, I thought, you know what? People can benefit from this shit. So I put it out there. I recorded it. I wrote a book. I documented it. I took 2 to 3 years off of the tech. I did my walkabout. I came back to the blogging. I went, all right, here is my healing journey. This is what it looks like because you're doing it alone. All I can do is hand you a handbook and a walkthrough. So this podcast, my whole channel from 2014 to present day is literally just a healing walkthrough. So it's a blog. It's a journal. So you get to look at what healing looks like. And because I have the added benefit philosophy, psychology, and sociology, and all the other stuff I've mm, studied, you get to see what healing really looks like in all of its ugly glory. You get to see the ups, you get to see the downs, you get to see the stuttering. There is no editing here. It's real because there's no masks. And I went to a few events last night and I just walked away from it going, well, there's all my obstacles right where I left them. Right where I left all of my obstacles. Last time I networked and built a community, I was a mask wearer. I was pretending. I have no idea how to be a networker and connect with people without wearing the mask. I have no idea how to do it. I don't know how to wear a mask either. I used my networking in 2015 to hide and avoid from my own truth. Now I'm seeking to network and build a community from authenticity. In order to do that, I need to be relatable, but I'm not. No one can relate to me. It's really frustrating. So I'm going, okay, what? So I'm stuck. I'm not relatable. And I'm just so tired and so frustrated and so stuck. And I'm tired of being stuck. And there are so many people who just want to advise and help. And I'm really tired of it because in order to be in a position to advise and help, you have to have my experience, my brain, my perspective. And no one has that. So I got to figure this out on my own. And that's my problem. I have to figure out this problem on my own. And it's just me and my brain. And I just can't figure out the solution. And I keep asking people for advice. I very quickly realize they just don't get it. They just don't understand. I get better at communication. I articulate it. Now I'm understood. Now I'm getting to a point where people are starting to understand me. I have finally articulated my communication and my problem to the point where I can now clarify it. And all I get back from them is, oh, holy shit, you really, truly are alone. Yes, I am. And they're like, I just don't know how to help you. No one does. And that's okay. I'm not looking for help and I'm not looking for advice. I just want a door open so I know which way to go through. And I know what to do. I need to clear out more mental bullshit. So I blog some more. I get more of my mental bullshit out of the way. And that is where we all do this. We need to go somewhere. We need to open a door. We need to walk through the door, but we can't because our subconscious mind gets in our way. We blame ourselves going, oh, look, I'm self-sabotaging. No, you aren't. Your subconscious mind is sabotaging, not you. So I want to find my people. That is what I want. I want to find my people. And every time I try and reach my people, I'm not finding my people. And I'm tired. Maybe my message is not for my people. You know what? No. I want my people. I'm looking for my people. So I'm going to make tiers because what else can I do? Because at this point, I'm not finding my people and I might need to build other communities around me in order to find my people. So I'm looking for my people. That is my ultimate message. And I've got a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I'm your people." And then we sit down and we talk, and then they give me the look, and I go, "No, you're not my people. No, I've already met your people. Your people are over there. You are twos. I already know your people." And then I talk to other people, and they're like, "Oh, I'm your people. Okay, let's try this." And then we talk, and no, no, you are fours. I've already met your people. And then I have other people who come in. No, no, I'm your people. I totally get your vibe. All right, let's try this. Oh, no, you are a six. You are not my people. So my people are philosophers. My people are healed. My people are so authentic that they never wear masks. Ever. My people can see all of the perspectives without me educating them about the perspectives beforehand. Those are my people. My people know the shit that I know without me telling them. Those are my people. My people are the people who cannot learn from me. Those are my people. There. I'm looking for my peers. I'm looking for my peers. And what I'm ending up with is a bunch of people who are spouting second perspective religions at me, going, "I'm your peer." No, you are not. And I'm frustrated and I'm lonely. The problem is second perspectives, sixth perspectives, and seventh perspective and higher all look the same. There are subtleties between each and every one of them. My people are polyamorous because, sorry, monogamies, once you get to a certain stage of growth, you realize the problem with monogamy and why it's so toxic, and you abandon it. And everyone above a certain education point stops being monogamous. Monogamy is for people who are insecure. You got to be really honest with yourself and solid to pull off polyamory. So my people are polyamorous. My people can see the abstract world. So I am looking for people who can see the abstract world. And they're healed. My people are the ones who rejoice when Mercury retrograde comes along because they go, "Yes, an energy cleanse." And they use it to cleanse and purify their perspective. That knocks out all the sixth perspectives I speak to. They love Mercury retrograde. And they welcome the opportunity to cleanse their vibration. This is my favorite. My people, I really love this one. Do not use chakra. Chakra uses them. That's my favorite. I do not use the chakra uses me. That's the difference. That's the difference. Second perspectives aren't even aware that the chakra is there. My people have abandoned witchcraft. My people have abandoned words like feminine and masculine. Those words do not exist. If you use those words still, you are not my people. You haven't learned one of the primary lessons yet. That's my biggest contention right now is people come in and they're like, "I'm your people." And then I hear them dropping feminine, masculine. I'm going, what are you doing? That is like eighth perspective ethic. Clearly, you have not done the work yet. You need to go back to sixth perspective. I get a lot of fourth and fifth perspectives claiming that they are eighth and ninth, but they're still using words like feminine and masculine. Those are archaic labels. So I'm looking for people who are polyamorous, who are gender fluid, who are healed to the point where they love and welcome the Mercury retrograde, who have abandoned all witchcraft and concept of God. Yes, they are godless heathens. That's who I seek. And whose chakra uses them. They don't use the chakra. They are one with the chakra. And if you are not grinning ear to ear, buzzing with warmth at my list, you are not my people. If you are instead pinched up in your face going, is this me? Then you're not my people. So I've been trying to look for my people, and I'm thinking more and more that maybe it's a tier. Maybe this is a pyramid. Maybe I need to start branching off before I can narrow down my search. And I'm going, okay, so maybe I have this voluminous pool that I put people into. This is my message. People who seek healing, people who seek authenticity. But it's authenticity at the expense of the society. You have to be tolerant and on board with abandoning the society. I get way too many people who are clinging to the society and they're going, no, I want authenticity. I want them both. They're not compatible. They're not compatible. You cannot have both. They are not compatible. Bottom line, you're going to have to choose one or the other. There is no toggling here. And that's one of my problems, is I attract a lot of people who are trying to have both. Well, you need to be able to, no, you can't. Because it's really a mindset. The rat race actually doesn't exist. It's a mindset. That's really it right there. I'm looking for my people who understand that the rat race and the system aren't actually there. It's a mindset. I'm looking for people who know that they have their mindset and it is so solid that you can stand next to somebody who lives in the rat race and you can keep your mindset completely separated from their mindset so you don't merge mindsets. And if you can't do that, you're not my people. So I'm looking for people who are so solid in their mindset that they know that society and systems and abstract worlds are all just mindsets. And that you are so solid in yours that you can hear all of the mindsets and not be affected by another. There's only one person I have met who can pull this off, and he is my partner. So I'm going, all right. And I'm beginning to understand his frustration because he's also at a point where he's long given up on trying to find a community that fits him. He's 12 years older than me. And he is 12 years older than me. 12. And I feel like I've hit a dead wall. But I know the door is here. I know it's here. This is it. I feel like I'm at a dead end. And everyone's like, oh, nope, the turnaround. And I'm going, no, it's here. And I'm just feeling along the stone wall going, it's here somewhere. It's a secret door. It's a secret door. I knew it's here. And I just got to find it. So I'm like doing all of these podcast videos trying to find the secret door just so I can open it up. And you're on the other side. And I'm going, where are you? How do I let you in? I'm supposed to tell you my story. That's what she's telling me. And I was talking to my person friend this morning, and I was like, I'm telling the wrong story. I'm not supposed to be telling the story about my trauma and my abuse. I'm supposed to be telling the other story, the one I never tell anybody. I read the energy before I read people. I read authenticity and I read truth. And between energy, authenticity, and truth, I read feelings. Words are garbage to me. Words come from the subconscious mind. This is when you are so good at psychology that you can tell the difference between a subconscious mind talking and your identity talking. So when I talk to people and they open their mouth when they comment on any of my stuff, I go, oh, that's their identity talking. Oh, that's their subconscious mind talking. And I can separate the two of them. Oh, that's their fear system talking. You have 6 parts of the mental mind, and you have 6 parts doing different talking. And I can speak all 6 of them. And I found out that the fear system lies, the subconscious mind lies, because they have an agenda, safety. So they're going to say whatever they need to say to themselves and to others to hone that safety. I'm not interested in anything a subconscious mind has to say. And then there is the ego, which just regurgitates all of the garbage the society has told it to say. I'm sick of hearing that stuff too. So I ignore that too. What I listen to is the energy, the fear, the feelings. I look for love. I look for truth, and I look for the authenticity. And in almost every case, the identity contradicts the ego, the fear system, and the safety, the subconscious mind. Almost always. And as a result, I have no interest in hearing anymore because people just want to wear masks and lies. And I'm tired of it. So I can pretend I don't see the lies in the mask, and then I have a life filled with mask wearers and liars. I don't want those people in my life. Bottom line, I have no tolerance or patience for liars or mask wearers. So there are 3 types of people. There are the liars and mask wearers. And then there are people who are liars and mask wearers who think they're being honest. And then there are people who are actually honest. I am looking for the honest people who do not wear masks. And what I get a lot of is liars and mask wearers who are in denial. That's really it. And then there's the liars and mask wearers who are clueless. That's it. 3 beautiful categories. You have the clueless liars and mask wearers, the denial liars and mask wearers, and then the honest, authentic, real people. There. I am looking for the honest, authentic, and real. There. That's it. Those are my people. Now, the denial, honest liars fall into 2 more categories. They fall into the, I don't need your help. I'm fine, when they're not. And then there are the denial, honest liars who are going, okay, I need your help. I don't know how to do this. Because if they did, they would be honest. And then they would be my people. Logic. And that's my problem. That's it right there. That is it. My conversations will start off with somebody and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing great." And then we'll get talking and then they'll realize they're not so great. A week will pass and they'll be like, "I had a meltdown." Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. You're lying to yourself. You're in denial. Do you want my help? No, I don't need your help. I got to get through this. Yes, you do. All right. And in the meantime, they're telling me that I'm like them. And I'm going, no, you're not. Because I'm honest. I'm authentic. I'm real. I have been like this my whole life. So I know bullshit when I see it. And that's really it. There's bullshit and there's no bullshit. My life is bullshit free. I just don't allow it. And I'm just going, God damn it, where are my people? And I'm just tired at this point. Because I'm beginning to really I was in denial. I was in denial for a long time. And then I got through it and I got out and I went, all right. And I'm really tired now. Maybe I should just stop looking. Maybe I should just start attracting. But I don't know how. I have no idea how to attract real, authentic people. And the universe says to me, be real and authentic. Tell them your story. You want me to tell them the real story. She wants me to tell you the real story. The real story. I am a seer. I've been a seer all my life. I know shit. I shouldn't know shit. And I can sit down and talk to somebody and within 5 minutes I can rip apart everything that they're feeling because I can feel it. And because I know so much about psychology and philosophy, I can easily deduce it within like 2 minutes. So I can meet somebody and immediately assess what they want, what they desire, what they're afraid of. All the things that you wear a mask for and hide from, I can see right through. Masks don't work on me. That's why I have no friends. Because masks don't work on me. Lies don't work on me. And I give people psychologically safe places that they can open up and pretty much tell me whatever they want, more than I want to hear. Words are garbage. I can feel everything I need to feel. I was so good at this by the time I was 4 that my family beat the fuck out of me. Mostly my brother. Because I scared them. Because I wouldn't let them wear the masks that they wanted to wear. Because I made them see their masks. I showed them all of their lies. So they tried to get me to conform. I talk about all the shit that I went through, but that's not the story. The story is that didn't stop me from seeing it. I still saw all of it. I saw all of the bullshit. 100% of the time, the entire time. They took me to church and I went, well, this is garbage. And then I started asking all the questions that you are not supposed to point out and ask. Like, if God knows me so well, why would he give me a golden city without any trees or books? That doesn't make sense. Your God is supposed to be omniscient and he's an idiot. Yeah, they don't like that. Yeah, they really don't like that. If God is as great and as powerful as you say, then he would have given me nature. He failed. So right away, I did not buy the bullshit and the lie. And that's just it. There is so much lying, and I didn't fall for any of the lies. I never fell for any of their lies. I made them see all the truths that they were trying to keep from themselves. So they hated me. When it got to a point where they could not break me, I ran away from home 3 times. I was 8 when I first ran away from home. I was 16 again when I ran away from. Why do I have to tell them my story? I was 8 when I ran away from home. I was 16 again when I ran away from home. And that was an authority power trip that I had with my parents. That is the power trip. You're not going to control me. Stop trying. I will come home when I decide to come home, I was 16. My mother did a whole, you get your ass back here right now. No, these are my terms. My brother is to stop beating me. That's my first terms. No more animal abuse. I'm not tolerating it anymore. Yeah, I threw down terms to my parents at 16 to say, this is bullshit and I won't do it anymore. You're going to protect me. You're going to do what needs to be done because it's right. After 3 days, I went home. My brother never beat me again. No, he just beat the dogs, but he never beat me again. My father never spoke to me again. I made it clear that I was in charge of my life. I was never in the system. That's my truth. I didn't escape the system. I was never in it. I couldn't do it. The conditioning that they put the world through didn't stick with me. I resisted it since I was 2. I've always resisted it. That's why I got beat, because I resisted the system. They said, here's the book, get in the box. And I went, no. 2 years old, 4 years old, get in the box. No, I'm going to take my clothes off and run wild like a heathen outside instead. Get in the box. No. So they beat me to put me in the box. I got out of the box and I ran away. They grabbed me again and they put me back in the box. I'm not going to go in the box. Why would I go in the box? Everybody else goes in the box and stays in the box. And then when they're 30 and 40, they figure out something's not right. I was 2 and went, this place is fucked up, people. That's it. I was never in the box. I didn't escape the system. I resisted it from day one. That's how I'm out. That's what I don't tell people because I forget. I forget. That's why I talk so differently. I talk weird because I didn't grow up in the system. I thought everyone had horses. I grew up in a horse town. I thought everyone had horses. And when my father was like, you need to get a job and you need to get a car and you need to get a driver's license, I went, why? I'll have a horse. Literally, we had these fights. You can't have a horse. Why? They're all over the place. Literally, they were all over the place. You can't have a horse. You need a car. Seriously, why? I don't understand. There's horses. Why would I ever get a car? And I'm moving to New York City. Why would I ever have a car? You need a car. Why? When I was 20, there was that moment where I went, where are all the horses? Because I moved out of the horse town and realized that horses are actually rare outside of horse towns. We would pull up to the gas station and there'd be like horses lined up at the gas station, tethered off, waiting while the owners are inside getting their food. Horse towns. Literally a horse town. I had like 5 friends, all with their own ponies. Horse towns. So I was never in the system. So I never had to escape it. And when it was time for me to get out and go, I was too mentally ill to go anywhere. After 9/11, that broke me. 9/11 broke me. 9/11 broke me. I've only been broken twice in my life. 9/11 and May of 2021. 9/11, when I was raped, I couldn't function after that. I couldn't. That's when I finally got a job, tried to be the housewife, became monogamous, had children. I wouldn't say that I got in the system at that point. I would say that I was too broken to fight it anymore. And by conforming to the system, I got to see just how so I was there from 2001 to 2020. By 2015, I realized I needed to get the fuck out, but I was too mentally sick to do so. And then in May of 2021, I met somebody who is so deep into the fifth level of the subconscious mind that even knowing about the shit that took place there made me insane. And I went into a mental hospital. That broke me. That is the true thing that I've just been trying to heal from. In 2015, I was able to heal from all of my shit, so that by the time 2020 came around, my brain was fantastic and I was wonderful. I was awesome in 2020. I was right where I needed to be. I was mentally stable. Everything was fantastic. I was on a sunshine imagination. May 2021, I heard something that was so fucked up. I went into a mental home and all the work I did was unraveled and it broke me again. So May of 2021, I had to put myself back together again, and it took me 2 years. So the first time I used triadic healing, it took me 5 years. The second time I used triadic healing, it took me 2 years. The third time I used it, May of 2023, it took me 10 days. Yeah. Phenomenal. If I were to endure another trauma, I am certain it would not affect me. 5 years down to 2 years to 10 days. And then I got to enter there's like this, I'm going to call it nirvana, the afterlife of healing. It's the aftermath of healing. It's that stage in your healing where you're healed and there are stages after that. And that's what I've been recording and tracking, is all the shit that took place after that. The first rule I learned was that my imagination is real. That thing they told me that was crazy and was part of my insanity was actually quite real. I learned that the abstract world is very real. That was something else. They lied to you so much about the abstract world not being real that you believe it, and that's the problem. I realized the power of mindset, which is all fueled by perspective. And between perspective and mindset and imagination, I got to find out how real the abstract was. And the more I realized the mindset, the perspective, and the imagination, the reason why. Let's finish the first thought. The more I realized that the mindset, the perspective, and the imagination are more real than we realized is when I realized that there's actually a lot more truth there than we want to admit. That the world of make-believe is not fiction. And that's really it. The world of make-believe is not fiction. I spent my whole life being told that make-believe was fantasy and it wasn't real. Logically, it shouldn't exist. These are the same people who tell me that emotions aren't real. You know, I can't. No, I'm going to do it. I have studied philosophy for 30 years, and I have studied perspective psychology for 30 years. I have taken my perspective psychology, formed triadic healing, and I have healed and corrected my mindset 3 times, efficiently getting better with every time I do it. I have discovered the philosopher's compass. My work is extraordinary. And I am saying that make-believe is real. That imagination and fiction are real. They are so very real. Because when you look at logic, imagination, philosophy, and perspective psychology, oh, they are very real. Because reality is only ever perceived in our perspective. So we have 2 stories. We have our story from the material plane, from concrete thinkers. We have the story of how the concrete thinkers abused us. And then we have our real world, the world of our imagination, the abstract world. Now, I've been telling you all the story of my concrete thinkers in the material plane and how they abused us. I don't talk about my abstract world and my imagination. So when the universe says, tell your story, I think she's talking about the material plane with the concrete thinkers. No, she's not. She is wanting me to talk about my abstract world. I feel like I could speak the energy before I was 2 years old. I could feel people long before they spoke. And I felt drawn to the moon. So I spent a lot of time with the moon. And the more time I spent with the moon, the more I saw things. It felt like the moon literally healed me and recharged me. And I had these massive pulls most nights to go out in the night and in the moonlight and dance and just connect. I did. I connected with the energy. And I did this every night, all of my life. I connected with the energy when it rained. I connected with the energy when the moon was out, especially on full moons. I connected with energy when I walked barefoot and naked in nature. That's why I like to be naked, is because when I'm naked, I'm connecting with the energy. So I would walk barefoot in snow. I would run barefoot on stones and rocks. I would swim naked in the rivers and in the streams because I felt connected, because I felt. And sometimes there was so much feeling that it just poured out of me, and I had no control over it, and I could not contain it. So that when I got angry, I pushed. I was called intense all the time. Intense and dramatic. And the older I got, the stronger it got. The older I got, the stronger it got. There was one day I was so angry that I ended up shaking the room. The whole room went red and I just shook. And everybody in the room felt it. And this woman who was in there, the one who had made me angry, I could feel her desiring me. She could see what I was and what I was holding back. And I made it clear she would not touch me. She would not have me. And that day was it scared me because I got to see what I could do. It was the only day that I really, truly let it out. I didn't let it out. It kind of came out that day. It was intense. And something happened back in May of this year that scared me so much with the energy that I completely shut the energy down inside of me, and I haven't let it out since. So when people say things like, I love your energy, I'm muting it. I'm really muting it a lot. And I thought it was crazy because those are the words they called me. But I'm too educated and too smart to be crazy anymore. That's just it. I finally got to a point where I am too educated, too knowledgeable, and too intelligent to be crazy. I had somebody who saw me today and she was like, oh, I see that you're into the chakras. I don't do that stuff. I don't believe in it. Why are we talking? I wanted to say. Why are we even talking then? And the problem is there's a lot of people who use that stuff, but they don't get it. It should not be the be all end all. It definitely is not all of the answers. Like I said, I don't use the chakra, it uses me. If you are running to the chakras for answers, you've missed the point. If you are running to the energy for answers, you've missed the point. And I am just so lonely. And I want to say, I'll manifest this community of mine. I will be. I just need to know the right feelings. I need the naming. So I'm doing a lot of these podcasts right now to find the naming because I'm looking for the name. Tell my story. We all want authenticity, but no one knows what it is. We all seek out authenticity. We all seek out something, but we don't know what it is. Maybe there are moments in the journey where we're supposed to just sit down and enjoy. And maybe there are moments in the journey where we are supposed to just sit down and observe. Maybe sometimes during our journey, we're not supposed to be going anywhere. So we wander around constantly going, where am I going? Where am I going? Maybe you're not supposed to be going anywhere. Maybe there are times in your journey where you're supposed to just sit still and look or feel or observe. It's like when you get lost in the woods, they tell you to stay in one place so they can find you. Maybe that's just it right there. Maybe the goal is to be consistently standing in one place so you can be found. I see this Inigo Montoya sitting there. This is where I am, and this is where I'm going to stay. And maybe we're so busy wandering around, searching and looking that we can't be found. Isn't that interesting? And so maybe I'm just tired of looking. Maybe I'm ready to just sit my ass down and say, no, I'm all done looking. You guys come find me. I'm all done looking. I'm just going to sit here and tell my story and regurgitate my shit and say what it is I need to say. And if you value it, you'll come. If you don't, you'll leave. And I need to stop looking at who comes and goes. Maybe I should podcast with my blindfold on. Yes, I have blindfolds. Maybe that's just it. Maybe the refocusing I need to do right now is staying in one place so that I can be found. And I hear all these voices that are going, go over here, do this, do that, listen to my story. Shh. Breathe with me. Deep breath in. If you were already here, what would I say to you? Instead of waiting for you to get here. That's it. Instead of waiting for you to get here, maybe I need to pretend that you're already here. Discipulus. Discipulus. I am waiting for Discipulus. That's who I'm waiting for. Why am I waiting for Discipulus? All right. I need to create Discipulus. Because that's it. I gave him a name the other day. Discipulus. Discipulus is the Latin word for follower and or student or learner of a philosopher. Discipuli is many. So your name is Discipulus. You know, and I think that's it. I need to stop worrying about the conformists who visit. And that's really it. I've got visitors who come in. I'm not talking to the visitors. I have conformists who come in and I offend them. I'm not talking to them. I am talking to Discipulus. So, Discipulus. That helps a lot. Mindset. Because when I speak to Discipulus, when I speak to you, wow, it really changes the mindset, doesn't it? I can feel the mindset shift the moment I say it. Hello, Discipulus. We meet at last. Discipulus loves me, admires me, and respects me. He knows the values of my words. He does not deitize me. Oh, but he listens to me because he values what I have to say. And he has no judgment because he is a proper student of a philosopher. Discipulus is a philosopher, but a philosopher in training. A philosopher in training has one lesson: open mind. Question all. That judge not. There you go. Question all, open mind, judge not. Those are the three rules of the philosopher. Question all, open mind, judge not. There. Discipulus would never advise a philosopher. That's closed-minded. Somebody who advises is open-mouthed and closed-minded. I am a problem solver. All philosophers are problem solvers. They are observers. They listen. Oh, yes, I am probably going to fall in love with Discipulus. Oh, yes, I am. I know me. I know me very well. I know me most of all. So, Discipulus. And I think I just need to get into the mindset of Discipulus every time I do a podcast from now on. Every time I turn on my webcam, I think things like the nonconformists. Are they in the audience, or am I talking to a bunch of conformists? And then I can feel me fighting masks. I can feel me fighting my own silence. My fear system wakes up and it immediately is alert. They're judging you. Yeah, I can feel them. I can feel them. And it's holding me back, and it affects what I have to say. No more masks. No more lies. I know what I am. I don't need anyone telling me what I am. Discipulus. Question all, open mind, judge not. I am ready to start talking about imagination. There's a reason why I have not yet delved into the psychology of imagination, because I know what's behind that door. I know exactly what's behind that door. And I think I was waiting for Discipulus this whole time before I start. And I'm going, where's my people? Where's my people? Because I'm ready to start and Discipulus isn't here. And I think I'm at a point where I'm ready to start without him. My first Discipulus, my favorite, is my imp. I need to close the rest of the world out and open my heart to the ones I'm looking for. There you go. The energy will figure it out for me. Of course you will. Why didn't I trust you to begin with? Always trust the energy. All right, I am a Jedi. Consider these Jedi lessons. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Ooh, there it is. The door just opened. I found the door. I knew it was here somewhere. Imagination Lessons. The philosophy of imagination. That is what I'm supposed to tell you. Hello, Discipulus. I am consciously aware, and I am in control. I did not switch. I have one conscious mind. I need to slow down. I need to slow down. I need to talk to Discipulus. It is time I dissect the philosophy and the psychology of creativity and imagination. When I first studied philosophy, I asked the question, who is God? Intimacy is here. I don't know why, but there is intimacy here. This is part of it, and I don't know why. I have all these, what will they think of me? Stuck in my head. And then I imagine all the judgment. Imagined judgment. That is what stage fright is. Imagined judgment. Fear of judgment. Now, why is that a fear? Fear of judgment. Oh, this is a big one. This is what's been blocking me. Oh, I feel it. Don't be dramatic. Oh, guilt system. That's my mother. Don't be dramatic. Oh, I hate those words. I studied Shakespeare and theater and stage. How can I not be dramatic when I studied Shakespeare and theater and stage? Dramatic is easily one of the most toxic gaslights in existence. What they mean when they say don't be dramatic is don't take my limelight. There isn't enough for you. I want it all. Norma Desmond. Jim Carrey. Carol Burnett. Dick Van Dyke. I learned theater from these people. I'm going to give those names again. Norma Desmond, Jim Carrey, Carol Burnett, Dick Van Dyke. And if you know anything about those four names, oh, Tim Conway, he's in there. I forgot. Tim Conway. If you know anything about these individuals, there's two other people, Bernadette Peters. Yes, George, run to your work. Hide behind your paintings. What you care for is yourself. Bernadette Peters, Dick Van Dyke, Carol Burnett, Jim Carrey, Norma Desmond, Tim Conway. One more, one more. I know you're in there. Bernadette Peters. It was back with her. What you care for is yourself. I will take all the time that I require. Oh, come on, Beatrice. Oh, I see your character's name, but who are you, my love? Beatrice, Kenneth Branagh. Emma. Oh, I cannot remember her name. She played Lady Beatrice in Much Ado About Nothing, opposite Kenneth Branagh. And I cannot remember her name. Emma. It will come to me. I will take all the time that I require to tell my story. This is one of the things that I can feel. Oh, I'm down to the core of it now. Like I am pulling apart fear of stage. This is it. I feel rushed. I feel forced to be made small. Forced to be made small. As if my having limelight would take it away from my mother. So I was not allowed to have my limelight because my mother required it. Scarcity, zero sum. I love my man. That there is enough limelight to go around. That there is enough time to go around. I will take all the time that I require to tell my story. And I will not care what they think of me. And I will no longer imagine judgment from you. I will no longer treat the limelight as if it is something that I should fear. I need to slow down. That's when I stutter. I need to slow down. Fear of judgment. Don't be dramatic, my mother would tell me. Meanwhile, my teachers were Tim Conway, Norma Desmond, Carol Burnett, Jim Carrey, Dick Van Dyke, Bernadette Peters, and Emma. What the fuck, Mom? This isn't about my father calling me a whore. This is about my mother calling me dramatic. Oh. Gotta love those parenting issues. My fear of theater did not come from my father. It came from my mother. I learned to tell my father to fuck off a long time ago. But I love my mother. It was her approval that I sought, not my father. Oh. My fear of success stems from my mother competing with me. Oh. This is shadow work. All right, Discipulus. I'm ready for my close-up now. Imagination is intimate. It is ultimate vulnerability. That's what we're really talking about. Ultimate vulnerability. I'm a writer. Oh, I understand now. There was nothing more vulnerable than putting on paper exactly what happened to me and what was done to me and what I lived through and what my thoughts were. Except I'm comfortable with the written word because I could pour myself all out into the written word, and I did. And no one ever ridiculed my written word. Oh, but they ridiculed my theater. I had 2 mediums, 3, music. I had 3 mediums to me. My brother would beat me if I sang. My father would slap me if I spoke my truth. I did not know how to shut up. So I need to slow down. I need to slow down and take what is mine. Vulnerability is the imagination. All right. I'm ready to do this now. If you love shit like this, like, subscribe, follow, comment below. Tell me what part resonated with you. And head to the directory of Authenticity City. Find the parts of it that you can use for yourself. Join my community. Maybe I should start saying what I want. Maybe I should start saying what I want. Maybe I should ask. I'm building a community and I'm looking for my people. If you want to be my people, then join me. Join me. May the kindest of words always find you.